All right, I come with updates from that UFO site in Brazil I posted maybe a couple weeks ago. If you haven't watched it, please go watch it. It's kind of interesting and entertaining at the same time. It's a lot of things. Go do that first and then come back here because I do have some interesting updates that makes the story even more. Huh. I'll do a quick recap here just to put us on the same page. There's this influencer in Brazil. He lives out in the country, in the southern part of Brazil. He lives in a farm. He has some animals. One day, during the day, he heard noises. He heard like literally coming out from the woods to the point that at night he saw lights up in the mountain, and then while that was gone and the lights were off and gone, he was back at his house and he saw again, he saw something, a saucer flying above his head. He was recording all of that and posting on Instagram while those things were happening. Millions of people at this point watched that, but several thousands of people were watching with him to the point that his account kind of got slow. It was hard to watch and load the videos because he was also reacting to it very dramatically, very present in the moment, very realistically. We were all there for that. And I'm not saying that he's lying or he made it up. I am saying though that when I made the first video, I was all in. That's what I have to say. And then, of course, well, that's the beginning. That's how it went. So you know how things go with the internet. It blew up. He got a huge proportion. The guy, his name is Mike Leon. He went on the major TV channels. He did interviews. Journalists went to his place, like the whole shebang. Whenever that happens, people will start to scrutinize the story little by little. And if you go even on the comments of my first video, you'll see people already like creating their anti-theories. Normal. That's the time that we're living. And it's fine. The debunk era started to happen. So remember the lights that he saw at night up in the mountain? Apparently that's a camping site. People did some cross mapping reference with Google Maps. So easy to do. And they noted that that's a camping site that people do activities. So probably at that night, they were just doing shit to the point that at one night, Mike, the influencer, he was live on Instagram or TikTok, whatever. And some people went up on the mountain, turned on lanterns, and you could see the lights on his live video. I'm not sure if I'm able to find that footage, but if I do, I'll just freeze myself at some point here and you can watch that. And that's when things started to get a little crazier. I learned from researching for this thing and following this subject a little bit that UFO people, the UFO community, they're kind of like barbs. They are uh, they're very invested. So Mike, he said that he started to get some threats, some weird threats, mostly because I forgot to add an important part of it. Not that important, but it adds to the whole this is stressful, someone is watching me, whatever. The influencer Mike, he also claimed that he was being surveilled by dark cars parked around his property at night, looking at him, looking at his place, whatever. Again, adding to the I'm being stalked, I'm being surveilled. What is this? This is stressful. They want the external hard drive. They want me. Who are these crazy people? Whatever. That's what he was telling us, and that's what was going on in his mind. So, continuing. Because of two things. I'm trying to follow a timeline here. We're on the debunk era. I told you what happened in the beginning and now how this is unfolding to this point. So the lights, and he said that he started to get threats because of an external hard drive that would house footage from his cameras from his property. And in that footage, so I'm keep this in mind, in that footage, there might be something in that footage that could debunk the whole thing overall. And one night, Mike was out, he came back, and he claims that one of his animals was killed. Just horrible, absolutely horrible. I don't know if you guys are familiar with WhatsApp. In Brazil, we use WhatsApp a lot. WhatsApp has gone through several different eras to the point where now, whenever you send someone else a message, the check mark is blue. And whenever you send yourself a message, the check mark is green. I do want to get back to that because it's not about the check mark itself. It's about the background. The background is green. It's not the check mark. I don't know. It makes it sketchy. It's still very sketchy, but it's not the check mark. So here we have a screenshot from someone sending him a message threatening him about the external hard drive. He kind of lost me on that one, honestly, because clearly it's him sending to himself. So people are claiming that that's why I was having a hard time creating the timeline, because those two things are connected, that the footage will answer both of the things, the UFO side and the animal killing. Because now things take a different proportion, right? Animal right movements are involved in this thing already. We have a specific person in Brazil, kind of a famous celebrity, that take a lot of the lead when it comes to animal right protection. She's involved now. So, things are getting bigger. He now deleted this. He posted that he was going to burn the external hard drive so people wouldn't have access to nothing, and he would then, find peace and stop with the threatening and the craziness and all of that. Listen, I can't believe that all the things were happening at the same time. And one thing led to the other, that he actually burned the external hard drive. Again, he deleted the footage, but he did, claiming that he was doing that for his parents and himself. Like, mom and dad, I'm doing that for you guys. We're going to find peace now. There's nothing, they don't have anything now to search for, or they, whatever they want, they won't get. Mind you, I watch enough Bailey Sarian and enough true crime to know that burning an external hard drive, babes, it's not enough. Police will get there. Because again, there's an animal brutality involved in the story now. And, and in Brazil, that's a crime. So we all want that to be true at the same time. And I don't think this story invalidates the fact that, aliens do exist and spaceships do fly here and there. It doesn't at all. And quite honestly, I've heard a theory, I don't remember where or when, at some point, dust from the universe landed on this earth with small little living particles, subatomic particles that evolved to the point that here we are. And we are the aliens.